On the television today, they're talking about Olak and meeting he is having with Parliament. One of the topics was around the rear adjustment, how he's been managing the exchange rate mechanism. Parliament is focusing on whether those adjustments are effective or causing more instability. Brining in the CBI governor now could mean the Parliament is keeping a close eye on how far along the deletion of the Zeros project is and holding him accountable. It might be a sign of something bigger is on the horizon for the Dinar. 7-tier international transit system launched first shipments across Iraq in 2025. This positions Iraq as a reliable logistics partner, a key component to the WTO8. Development road designs reached 87% for railways. Navigation channels 100%. These enhance non-oil revenues, which is going to support the real effective exchange rate. 9 international partnerships expanded. The European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Direct aviation links with China start early 2026. 10. The IMF 2025 review praised prudent policies. The BIS supposed standard adoption. The U.S. Treasury commended compliance efforts. These measured validations reflect confidence in Iraq's readiness. These 10 indicators show Iraq reforms have created a stable foundation with sovereignty, digital systems are live, and revenues are diversified. The country is prepared for deeper global financial ties. The following 10 indicators create conditions for prudent next steps by the Central Bank of Iraq and gatekeepers, IMF. UST BIS 1 United Nations Assistance Mission for Iraq ended on December 31, 2025. This affirms full sovereignty for Iraq. To Parliament leadership elected smoothly on December 29, 2025. 3. A Cycudus system automations mandatory. January 1, 2026 generated record oil revenues in 2025. 4. Electronic payments and digital dinar in full implementation with paper notes phasing out in 2026. 5. Low inflation maintained. Foreign reserves reached approximately $115 billion. That is phenomenal in comparison to other countries. 6. Banking sector restructuring and advances. The official exchange rate will be 1,300 dinars in the 2026 budget. The Central Bank of Iraq confirmed on Thursday that the official exchange rate adopted in preparing the draft federal general budget law for the year 2026 will be 1,300 dinars per US dollar. Very good information is coming out, showing you how critically close the rate changes. You have to consider the budget is nothing more than a law. The budget is calculated off the currency value. The draft amended 25 budget and the 26 budget haven't been approved yet because all aspects of laws have to exist in order to approve them. What doesn't exist yet would be the currency value that those two budgets are calculated off of. That's why they're being paused and suspended right now, waiting for the rate to change. The timing for the RV, our recent source that we received, was talking like a Friday, Saturday start for us, which is great. Monetary reform is ready to go. The only thing missing is the spark that will give it life, and that would be the new exchange rate. That will come from the Central Bank of Iraq. Who the hell runs the CBI? The board of directors. You think the board of directors want the monetary reform? Oh yes, they're not politicians. We're going to get the new exchange rate. Because if you, Alack, don't give it up, you're gone, sir. I believe The people of Iraq realize the U.S. is there to help continue the progress of a Sudanese first term in office. Part of that work is the reinstatement and the changeover of the currency. In speaking to my CBI contact over the weekend, she has said her committee is still waiting for the direction to begin the swap out of the currency. She told me it was planned for the last week in December, but was stalled due to political reasons. My personal belief is that it will not occur until this Iranian issue is resolved. Iraq is 9th globally on the list of countries richest in natural resources. Quote, Iraq came in 9th place globally with natural resources valued at approximately $16 trillion US dollars, reflecting the enormous wealth it possesses in oil, gas, and minerals, and its ability to form a major economic lever. Venezuela, $14 trillion United States dollars. I am being told right now that the Indian groups are being funded. The rumor is we are next, and that's when they release everything. I got this piece of news in the wee hours last night. Many people believe this is a global currency reset. I'm not one of those. That's not my take on this. The dollar is stable at 1320 dinars, and the rise in the parallel market is due to demand outside banks. Central Bank of Iraq confirmed that there has been no change in the exchange rate of the dollar against the dinar, and it remains fixed at 1320 dinars per dollar, explaining that what is being circulated as an exchange rate is only the demand of the unofficial market for dollars outside the system of banks licensed to work in. Foreign transfers through correspondent banks. This is a speculative investment. As much as I and you want the date, as much as the both of us want this to get over with, we don't know when. We don't know how much. Well, what happened to the 31st? What happened to the it didn't come true? That's right. You don't shoot the messenger. You just huddle up again and you move forward. What originally devalued the currency and brought it down? It was US UN sanctions that brought it down. At the time, in 2003, when it was devalued, it was the highest currency valued in the world, at $3.22. Now, let's do the reciprocal of that. What happens if you take the sanctions off that brought it down? Theoretically, it would reinstate back to the original 2003 value of $3.22. It reinstates. When you take the sanctions off after 22 years, it reinstates it back to where it was of $3.2. Historically, Iraq's currency has always been slightly higher currency value. That Kuwait's. Today, Kuwait's currency is $3.25. The central bank identifies the main reasons for the rise in the dollar exchange rate. The Central Bank of Iraq confirmed on Wednesday that there has been no change in the exchange rate of the dollar against the dinar, stressing that the official rate remains stable at 1320 dinars per dollar. Thank you for watching.